Every human behavior has an origin. Walking, hunting, learning, falling in love, every one of these behaviors began somewhere. But one ancient behavior raises a question almost nobody asks. When did humans first start masturbating? It sounds like a modern question, but the answer may be millions of years old. To answer that question, we have to go back further than history itself. Before we answer the question, we need to understand why it's almost impossible to answer directly. Archaeologists can uncover bones, stone tools, ancient campfires, even footprints preserved in ancient mud. These discoveries reveal how our ancestors lived. But some behaviors leave no trace at all. They disappear the moment they happen. They leave no fossils, no bones, no written records. So how can scientists investigate something that leaves almost no evidence? If ancient human behavior didn't leave fossils, where do scientists look for answers? The answer may still be alive today. Our closest living relatives are chimpanzees and bonobos. Humans and chimpanzees share a common ancestor that lived millions of years ago. Scientists have observed self-stimulatory behavior in many animal species. While this doesn't prove our ancient ancestors behaved the same way, it gives scientists an important clue. Evolution often preserves behaviors for millions of years. Some behaviors are inherited, not invented. That's why scientists study living primates so carefully. They aren't looking for one behavior. They're trying to understand how behavior evolves. Every discovery adds another piece to humanity's story, and that story stretches back millions of years. But one mystery still remains. Why would evolution keep such a behavior in the first place? If this behavior has existed for millions of years, why didn't evolution eliminate it? Scientists think that behaviors shared across many species often have evolutionary explanations. But an evolutionary explanation isn't always the same as a specific purpose. Some behaviors may simply be side effects of other biological adaptations. Others may have offered indirect advantages over countless generations. Scientists have proposed several possible explanations, but none can be proven with complete certainty. One hypothesis suggests it may help individuals better understand their own reproductive biology. Another proposes it may simply be a natural consequence of a highly developed nervous system. Some scientists argue that not every inherited behavior must provide a direct survival advantage. Evolution doesn't create perfect organisms, only organisms that survive long enough to reproduce. That means many harmless behaviors can continue for thousands, even millions of years. Instead of asking whether evolution intended a behavior, scientists ask a different question. What does the available evidence actually tell us? And to answer that, we have to look at the first civilizations that left written records. For millions of years, human behavior left no written record. Then, around 5,000 years ago, everything changed. Writing allowed people to preserve ideas for future generations. Historians now had something fossils could never provide: words. These records described daily life, religion, medicine, and human relationships. But even written history has its limits. Many texts disappeared through war, fire, and time. What survives is only a small fraction of the ancient world. That means silence in the historical record doesn't necessarily mean a behavior never existed. Historians must work with the evidence that remains, not the evidence they wish existed. Careful interpretation is just as important as discovery itself. Every artifact adds another piece to humanity's story. Together, archaeology and written history reveal more than either could alone. Even so, some questions remain beyond the reach of certainty. And perhaps that is the most honest answer science can give. So, when did humans first start masturbating? The honest answer is that no one knows exactly. No fossil, no artifact, and no ancient record can reveal the exact moment a private behavior first appeared. But evolution gives us important clues. The behavior has been observed across many living species, suggesting its roots may be far older than our own species. That doesn't prove exactly when it began, but it suggests an ancient evolutionary origin. Science doesn't always provide perfect answers. Sometimes it teaches us how to ask better questions. Curiosity has always driven human discovery, and every generation builds on the discoveries of those before it. Our story is still being written, and with every discovery, we understand ourselves a little better. Not because we have every answer, but because we continue searching for them. Some questions may never have a perfect answer, but the search itself tells us something remarkable about being human.